clap for myself, too. Good evening, everyone. Serial farter Eric Swalwell has missed more House votes than a congressman who died 9 months ago. Even more troubling, the dead congressman smells better. Wow. Governor Kathy Hochul will sign a bill that'll make assisted suicide legal in New York. And within hours, one woman signed up to volunteer. Meanwhile, in outer space, NASA telescopes have spotted a bizarre new lemon-shaped planet. Scientists say there's no signs of intelligent life. But it is open to getting probed. According to a new survey, the average child's allowance is $52 per month. That's not even $2 a day. Hell, the kid who walks on my back makes twice that. Shout out to Seth. Did you know that Kevin McAllister's groceries in Home Alone have gone from $20 in 1990 to $53 today? Meanwhile, you can still get Macaulay Culkin to walk on your back for $2 a day. Privacy experts warn that app-connected vibrators may be collecting your personal data. I guess that explains why that butt plug tried to sell me boner pills. It's all about the algorithm. President Donald Trump has now added plaques under ex-presidents' pictures in the White House Presidential Walk of Fame. Under Joe Biden, he put worst president in history, which is rough, but worse, under Bill Clinton, he wrote, "Who wants to smell my finger?" Boy, you guys run hot and cold tonight. All right. Fani Willis is back, and she's testifying in Georgia after being accused of misusing funds and taking her boyfriend, Nathan Wade, on exotic trips. Apparently, this pervy prosecutor's idea of an oral argument began with, "Am I using too much teeth?" So instead of answering questions like a seasoned lawyer, she answered them like a real housewife of Atlanta trying to convince a cop that it's perfectly legal to park a car in a tree. But can you blame her? You all want to intimidate people from doing the right thing.
You all want to intimidate people from doing the right thing, and you think that you're going to intimidate me. You all have been trying to intimidate me for 5 years, which is why I have not been able to live in my house for 5 years, because the N-word has been written on my house.
Really? Someone wrote the N-word on her house and we're just hearing about it now? I thought the only thing she kept quiet was banging a prosecutor. And how is asking questions intimidating? Aren't you, in fact, a prosecutor? Isn't that your job? That's like a plumber looking at your clogged toilet and saying, you know, you should really call somebody about this. But when they had a question about her lover, she dodged it like me when Rachel Campos Duffy is pushing Girl Scout cookies.
Is it your testimony today that you did not have any conversation with Mr. Wade about investigating the 2020 election?
Do you want to answer?
It's a dumbass question.
Oh, a dumbass question. Questions are fine. It's the answers that are dumbass, lady. But she's angry because for once in her life, she's asked to show her work. So she gave more attitude than a TSA worker inspecting my bag of massagers that were definitely for my neck.
When I refer you to the screen, these are...
I don't review those documents, so you're asking me to look at documents that I haven't for the first time. What I can tell you is that I allowed Mr. Wade to bill 160 hours a week, and then Mr. Wade would be the first one in the office making sure that my staff arrived.
You billed Wade 160 hours a week? There are 168 hours in a week. She might be worse at math than Cat Timpf. I know that was unnecessary. Turns out, though, she meant hours per month. Kind of a moot point anyway, since Wade was not being paid for work, but only being summoned for jury booty. But why so emotional? We just want to know, did you misuse funds? Did you hire Wade because he was a great prosecutor and you liked his briefs, or you liked them only when they were hanging from the bedpost? You know, there's an old lawyer saying, if you can't pound the facts, you pound the law. And if you can't pound the law, you pound the table. And if you can't pound the table, pound the lawyer on the table. Actually, that's a new saying. But I wonder, was he a leader to that team?
He was a leader to that team and a public servant. And for that, him, like me, has been threatened thousands of times. You want something to investigate as a legislature? Investigate how many times they've called me the N-word. Why don't you investigate that? Why don't you investigate them writing on my house? Why don't you investigate the fact that my house has been swatted? If you want something to do with your time that makes sense. And you can use all this in your campaign ad. You attacked Fonnie Willis. What have you done, sir? Nothing.
Look over at us. Oh. Now, I got to say, that's a hell of a defense. Who cares if I broke the law when people call me bad names? Where did she learn that from? Instagram reels of sassy lardasses shoplifting at Walmart? But this is where we are, where it's now racist to investigate corruption. Her testimony exposes an entitlement created by a different set of rules governed by fear, and it's a fear of being called racist if you request oversight and receipts. None of us could talk like that in a congressional hearing. But for others, rules just don't apply, and neither does answering basic questions. Remember the Stacey Abrams NGO that got $2 billion in taxpayer money from Biden despite making $100 in revenue the year before? Ilhan Omar refuses to address whether she tied the knot with her brother because she could. Who would dare question that? LA Mayor Karen Bass let California burn, then blamed others for the botched response. In her mind, the buck never stops with her because blaming her would be bigoted. And now you get a prosecutor who's not used to facing the music and who melts down so